But I do think so because the game.
Alright, so I want to go over some practice notes before I get on out of here. We have some good news and some bad news. Let's start with the bad news. So during 7-on-7 today, Noah Brown did go down suddenly, got injured. We don't know what the injury is specifically. It sounds like a lower body injury. Once again, we don't know what it specifically is. We don't know the severity. I know DQ will talk to the media after practice tomorrow, I think around 12 o'clock, so we should find out around then. I bet a media member like John Com or Ben Standing, Nikki Jabala will ask him about it, or he might just address it as soon as he starts talking, right? But we should find out tomorrow, what the injury is with Noah Brown. But this definitely does suck because, we brought in Deebo Samuel. We all expect, AP in them to re-sign Terry, give him a new deal, and Noah Brown would then get bumped back to our receiver 3 to open up the year. And last year, he was our receiver 2, and he's not a receiver 2 in this league. He's more of a receiver 3, receiver 4, and, having him as your receiver 3, playing alongside Deebo Samuel and Terry McLaurin, that would have been really good, man. And it still can be good, right? Like, we don't know the severity of the injury. He threw his helmet down once he got to the sideline. Like, he limped off to the side, but he just couldn't walk up the hill back to the facility, so he had to get carted off, which is very unfortunate. So from that, like, having him carted off, him throwing down his helmet, doesn't sound amazing, but maybe it's something that it seemed bad at first, but after further examinations, it's not that bad of an injury. But tomorrow we'll find out. Having Noah Brown as your receiver 3 is pretty good in my opinion. And as our receiver 2 last year, he was pretty reliable, very reliable target for Jaden. And just overall, for him not being a receiver 2, he was really good for us last year. And it sucks to see him getting injured for sure. Hopefully he's good. Hopefully it's nothing serious. But if it is something serious, and I'm hoping it's not, but if it is, then, you know, guys like Luke McCaffrey, Jalen Lane, maybe a KJ Osborne or Michael Gallup. Gallup didn't practice today because of a hamstring injury. I'll talk about that a little bit later. But, you know, maybe one of those guys step up, right? If the injury to Noah Brown is super serious, right? We'll see. But, again, prayers up to Noah Brown. Hopefully the injury is nothing serious. Let's move on to the good news, though. It was reported before practice started that the Commanders have reached an agreement with Jeremy Reeves on a 1-year extension. So he had 1 year left on his current deal. So this was his last year on his current deal. So we added 1 more year onto it, and he will be on the team through 2026. This was reported by Ian Rappaport first. So not gonna lie, kind of unexpected, but makes sense. You know, Jeremy Reeves, he's been an amazing special teamer for us really since, I'll say, like 2021, 2022. I mean, he's been here since 2018, but, you know, he's really been a fan favorite, I would say, probably since 2020, to be honest with you. Obviously, he made the Pro Bowl, was an All-Pro back in 2022, suffered a season-ending injury in 2023, but this past season, man, he returned back to his All-Pro form. Didn't make All-Pro, but he was a demon on special teams. He was so good. And now he's one of the highest paid special team aces in the entire National Football League. And DQ spoke about him in his presser this morning. And he just talked about how true of a commander Jeremy Reeves is, how good of a teammate is, and how incredible of a player he is. So congratulations to Revo. This is a well-deserved contract extension. And then for some play-by-play, I'll go over these real quick. Shout out to Linnell Willingham for posting these updates. Marshawn Lattimore, he had a really good day today. He had a nice PBU on Noah Brown. It was a pass intended to Noah Brown from Jaden Daniels, and it was a really good pass breakup by Marshawn Lattimore. It was before Noah Brown got hurt, but good to hear that Lattimore had a good day. Cam Medrano, he forced a fumble on Deebo Samuel in 7-on-7 drills, and it was scooped up by Carlin Vigors, the undrafted free agent. So good to see the rookies balling. Good to see Cam Medrano making plays. Jacob Martin, free agent, we signed this offseason from the Bears. He had a nice bull rush. So, you know, that's good to hear. Or a nice rush, sorry. He didn't specify what type of rush it was, but he had a good rush. Obviously no pads on, but good to hear that Jacob Martin is making some plays for sure. Jaden Daniels had a nice pull on a zone read, and it would have been a house call. Obviously, you know, it wasn't, since it's I'm assuming it's 11-on-11 drills, maybe on 7-on-7, but obviously Jaden's legs, man, are incredible, and you're gonna see them be used in this offense. Maybe more this season, maybe a little less, because, you know, we added Ja'Cory Cross-Camara, we added more weapons for Jaden, so we'll see, but his legs are still going to be a huge part of this offense. Josh Carnley Jr. had a nice pass set versus Jacob Martin, so it's good to hear him doing well at right tackle. And Andrew Wiley, he was getting the first team left tackle reps with Tunsil out, so Larry Tunsil, Zach Ertz, and Deron Payne, all three of them had vet rest days today, so they didn't practice. So it was Andrew Wiley getting snaps at left tackle, which is really interesting. And also, one more thing, Michael Gallup, like I mentioned earlier, he did not practice today with a hamstring injury. He also didn't practice yesterday. So those are all the updates from mandatory minicamp today. Alright, so that is it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like down below. Subscribe if you're not already subbed up. Turn on notifications. Comment down below your thoughts from day 2 of Commanders mandatory minicamp. Tomorrow is the final day, so I'll make sure to make a video recapping and posting any highlights they have from mandatory minicamp day 3, which is tomorrow. And other than that, it's Picking Sean, and I'm out. Peace.